damn it. Damn it. If I knew this before, why do I accept this crap? Oh, damn it. Hi everybody, all my followers, be welcome to another video. So the video today is on this 2012 BMW F series. The model is the 520 diesel, and so this car belongs to a friend of my missus' friend. Hope it makes sense. Not that is relevant for the video, but it's just because something happened yesterday, and I'll just quickly take you through. So they came around yesterday, and the conversation, from what my missus told me, was for her to come here, for me to have a look, for us to discuss, for then to have the car dropped at a later time. However, when they arrived here, they literally handed the key over to me, and they said, "This is the issues. If you can fix it, blah 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 blah." And I said, "Whoa, okay." Luckily, the E61 that you've seen for the glow plugs was already gone, and the Seat Leon for the key was literally, the guy was here picking it up when they arrived. So I kind of, it's a little bit packed up in there, but we'll get to it. So I thought, okay, I'll give you a hand with this, and we'll go from there. So what is to do on this? So basically, is to do initially was to do just an oil change. Then when they left, they text the missus, they want a full service on this. I said, okay, I'll do a full service. So I went this morning, dropped the girls at school, and I picked up oil. I have oil here, but I didn't have probably enough. So I got some oil, all the filters, fuel, hair, oil, cabin, the lot. So we're going to do a service on this. I was also asked to look at a noise. Someone told her is the chain. I said to her straight away, if the chain is rattling, I'm not going to touch this. This is the ones, as you might know, the engine on this, I believe, is the N47, which is the engine with the timing chain at the back of the engine between the engine and the gearbox. Gearbox needs to come out, and I'm definitely not going to be doing that here on the floor. It is possible to do on the floor, but no chance. No, in January when the weather is so bad. It's actually raining, as you can see, slightly. I said straight away, look, I know someone that can do it for you if you want, but I'm not going to touch it. I said, okay, just can have a look, please, blah, blah, blah. So, okay, no problem. Also, there is something, I've seen actually that, but she left me the module in there. There is something with one of the headlights, side lights not working or something along those lines. I don't know who told her is the module. I do know those modules tend to get wet and they fail. Not sure if that's the case. We'll have to investigate before we start to replace parts. But as I said, she already brought me the module. But something happened when I moved the car. So she left the car outside. As I was moving the car to here, I've seen something. And I told the missus, look, text her, because if she knows about this before I touch the car. So my principle is, I would not touch this if she would say, no, that was not there. If she would say that, I wouldn't even touch the car. She would have to come and pick it up, because I never did any jobs for her. I don't know her. And you know, guys, sometimes people can be funny about these kind of things. So Mrs. gave a text, as you can see here. And I know it's a voicemail, but basically she said, oh, I did forget about that. Can you please have a look at that as well? And that's what this video is going to be about. I'm not going to cover the service or anything like that. That's just oil and filters change. I might cover the light. I'll see how it is. I'll start to record and then I'll see where we get to. But definitely this video today is going to be for that in there, for the airbag. Okay. So I'm not sure what is wrong. I haven't even opened the car today. So we're going to get the maxi seats, walk in. I will show you the fault, give you a scan, and we'll go from there. Okay, so let's go. And I'm gonna need to delete some clips because I only have 3 minutes and 55 seconds left of storage. Oh, let's put that there. Oh man, she's even smaller than me. Ooh. Put this back. That's better. Okay, I don't think I need to start this. I just need to turn ignition on, perhaps. Okay, so ignition switched on. The fault should pop But there we go. So there we go, the fault. So you can look at it, pause if you want. Airbag light on, airbag warning. And I've seen some warnings as well for lights and something else. I didn't really pay attention. Let me see if anything else comes up. Should come up. If I press the board, the BC, okay. Doesn't do anything else. That's interesting. Definitely seen some warnings for the lights. Okay, so if the warnings for the lights comes on, I will show you. Otherwise, that's not going to be what this video is going to be focused about anyway. So what we're going to do, guys, obviously, as you can imagine, it is impossible for me to know what is wrong. So we're going to have to scan the car. So let's going to plug in the Maxi 6 and see what the car is not happy with. Okay, let's gonna see what is complaining about. Ooh, okay. Wow. Front door, sense fault, airbag, front door, left door, airbag sensor, right B pillar, airbag sensor, right B pillar, airbag sensor, right B pillar, XY direction, short circuit to earth, sense fault, airbags. Okay, so I would say that all of this is one fault. It's going to be one issue causing all of this, okay? That's what I think. Airbag sensor, front left door. So yeah, I'm gonna guess that all of this is gonna be one issue causing all of this. Right, so let me just go back, see if there's any other safety related modules. Let me have a look at this one, just curiosity quickly. No faults detected. Okay, that's fine. Let's gonna look at the airbag steering column, see if there's any faults there. Nope. Anything? Safety related for this thing? Looks like maybe not. Right, look, no, it looks like it's the only module safety wise. So airbag steering console, airbag advanced crash and safety module. So let's just look one more time to these codes. And now I'm going to look probably at some live data, see if there's anything that starts to point us into some directions. But usually on BMWs they have like sort of slave modules that connects to the main module and things like that. But it looks like it's the left hand side by the looks of it. So everything points to the right, oh no, sorry, right B pillar, right B pillar, right B pillar, right B pillar. And then we have front left door. So we have everything for the right front. Then we have two codes for the left side door. Okay. Okay, let me see how we're gonna play these out. Decided to do a auto scan just in case if there was any faults on any other modules that could raise some flags. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like. So FRM footwell module, the fault is for a communication fault with it on the lean bus with the headlight module, which I think is that one in there. We'll have a look at that on another video. We do have the 6 faults that I've showed you on the airbag module, and then engine does have 2 faults, which I also doubt they will be they will have any relation with the airbags. So one fault is for also a LIN bus communication fault with the radiator shutter. It says message is missing, and then maybe someone mixed up the glow plugs in there. Not sure. Doubt that would make anything to do with airbags either. So looks like we're gonna have to start somewhere, I guess. So I think the first thing I'm going to do is maybe try to get some diagrams, see if I can make some sense out of this, and go from there. Not sure if it makes sense or not, but because we have 4 codes, I think, related to B pillar right hand side, which I'm guessing is going to be somewhere in there. We'll have a look at that. Then we have 2 codes for the left side door. I decided that I would tackle the side door first. No criteria here. I just thought is less codes for this side than for the other side. I just thought, I don't know, there's no really criteria. You could well start from the other side or from the other codes. Anyway, the first thing I decided to do was just to make sure the plug here is clean. No moisture got in here or something like that. It looks pretty clean to me, so I don't see these being an issue. Unfortunately, it's very tricky to check these wires here, but I'm going to try to give it a check. Try to see if I can open this and inspect the wires maybe. Let me have a quick look, see if it's possible. Everything looks good as far as goes down there, so there's nothing looks like it's fraying out or breaking or anything like that. So we're just going to put these back together, and I think it's time to dismantle the door and look for that sensor. Door card is removed. It's not rocket science, but I'm not going to take you through details. You just take this panel off by pull it on this side, then you slide forward and take it out. You have one screw at the back, and then you take that, which is behind the door handle. You pray on this side first, and then it comes out. There's another screw, and then you just have clips all around. But definitely someone has been here. Look at the state of the clips at the bottom. They have been all smashed up, and with some tape holding some cables inside. I'm not sure why. Nothing was clipped in properly. The cables are just hanging inside the door card. So someone has been here before me, but that doesn't really matter. What I'm going to do now is try to pry this open to see where that sensor leaves. I'm not really sure what I'm looking for, but if he says there is a door sensor here, it's because it's going to be a door sensor here somewhere. Dropped the insulation. The way I've done it is I've started to pull it without someone obviously already split this, but there's nothing I can do. And then with an X knife, I would just try to pull it and cut this sort of glue. This is okay. Once you touch it again, it will glue again, because this is kind of a sticky material, so that will be fine. And there is indeed something here. I don't know if this is what we're looking for, but I'm going to pull it out, check the wiring on this. Goes into here and comes down and goes through the door. Okay, rather simple. So let's pull this out and inspect. Sensor is out. It's not new, so definitely it hasn't been replaced. I can see the in there 2010 on this arrow in there. So it's been manufactured in 2010 by the looks of it. I can't really, so I'm doubt it's a genuine BMW, and it looks like part numbers are there. So I can't really, I mean, not really sure, but it looks, it's 2 pins only. They are clean. The plug is clean. So do we have a bad sensor? While I was doing this, I just thought about something. Could it be that this issue is causing that issue, or vice versa? If something is shorted somewhere, I'm a little bit reluctant now into just order parts without testing them. I don't know if I can test this, to be honest, but I just thought about what if there is something causing some short somewhere, and is throwing faults that don't really exist. So what I decided I'm going to do is I'm going to stop here now on the door, and I'm going to go look for the B pillar on that side. And yeah, I removed the seat, put it in there. It's easy to work. But it really looks at the moment that is actually both sensors bad. Let me explain you. So at the moment that sensor is disconnected. As you can see there, the plug is just hanging there. Okay, and the pillar sensor is this one here, is behind the seat belt when you take this off, screwed in there. Okay, and is here also disconnected, plug is hanging here. And I've cleared the codes and rescanned the car, and as you can see there now, there's a little bit of glare, guys, I do apologize. I'm gonna do this maybe like so. And as you can see, these two bottom codes is for the XY direction open circuit, which is the sensor on the B pillar, and the one at the bottom is for the door sensor on that side. All the other codes above, guys, is for the seat. Okay, so everything from here all the way to the top is for the seat. Okay, seat, tensioner and all that stuff. So with the sensors disconnected, I'm left with two codes only related to the same sensors. So at this point, I'm quite confident to say it could be that we have bad sensors, but I'm going to do a couple more tests just to make sure. Okay, and I decided I'm going to just make sure the car is tried to communicate with these modules. The way these modules, oh my god, the way this sensor works is they are powered and communication happens, everything through the same two wires. Okay, if I put, let me see if I can show you this somehow. I put the phone maybe here, try to see if we can look at this. Let me put it like that, maybe like so. You can see better like this. I do apologize for the reflection, but there's not a lot I'm going to be able to do. Maybe like so. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to probe the plug with the scope. I'm not going to probe, I'm going to use the ground from the plug itself. So these plugs should have a ground and a voltage. And should be like that. Okay, so I think what happened here is that the module, oh, it's actually there. I just put this the other way around. Ah, that's better. Okay, so if I bring this down here, it's going to be able to see it. There it is. So the airbag module is definitely trying to reach the sensor. Okay, so it's definitely tried to reach the sensor, but obviously the sensor is not plugged in. So but we do have activity from the module, and that's what I wanted to look at. So now I'm going to turn the ignition on, sorry, off. Turn the ignition off. Now I plugged in the sensor, and we're going to turn the ignition back on, and I'm going to back probe the sensor again. I think I have this the other way around again. And now, with the sensor plugged in, I actually get no activity at all. Let me have a look here. Okay, let me turn the ignition off. So maybe the sensor is shorted. Yep, I get absolutely nothing. So let me unplug this. Turn it off. Where is my communication gone now? So I plugged in the sensor. It looks like the sensor might be actually shorted or something like that, I don't know. And the module just shut down the communication to it. Maybe. And now I'm gonna have to... Actually, let me do something here quickly. Let me back probe this again. Where is that communication gone now? It's really strange. Not really sure what happened here now. Maybe as I was back probing this, the module seen a fault and disabled completely the communications with this sensor, perhaps. I'm not 100% sure. But you have seen that the module was trying to communicate, which was good. So now I'm going to check the same on the other side, on the door, and see what we get over there. And same for this side. As you can see there is my communications. There it is. Okay, so it looks like the module, so this leads me to believe that there is no issues with the wiring, because otherwise you wouldn't get this. So yeah, and it looks like on that side, and I've tried this side already, and at the moment I'm doing this, as soon as I plug the sensor, that goes onto a flat line. So it looks like the sensors are probably maybe kind of shorted, and then you need to leave the car to go to sleep, not to go to sleep, but the ignition to completely go off, turn it back on, and then these will start again. It looks like as soon as the module detects a problem with the sensor, it disables the communications with that particular sensor, and that's why I was not getting the signal back on that side. Yeah, so rather simple. After this testing, I'm confident to say we have 2 bad sensors, and that's what we're gonna have to get. And rang BMW, asking for the price of the sensors for this thing, and they cost £96 and 82 pence each. So we are talking about nearly £200 just for the sensors. So I don't have her number. I didn't get her number, so I'm gonna try to see if I can get in touch with her and see what she wants to do. Found the same sensors on eBay, obviously used, for about £15 each. I'm not gonna lie, if the car was mine, I would go that route. I would prefer to try to spend 30 quid on 2 sensors and see if they work. But I don't know what she wants to do. Maybe she wants to put brand new sensors. So I think I'm going to wrap up probably for today for this problem, and we're going to tackle the next issue. And then next time you see me for this is going to probably be when we have the sensors either brand new from BMW or used, whatever she wants to do. I don't know yet. And that's it. That's where we're going to stop now. So I'm going to start the next issue, and I'll see you next time when I have the sensors in my hand. And because I've mentioned it at the start of the video, I want to show you something. So, but before that, first of all, spoke with the owner and she wants BMW parts. So I literally just got off the phone with BMW and ordered the 2 sensors. Unfortunately, they're not going to be here until Wednesday. I'm working Tuesday and Wednesday anyway, so I should get them for Thursday, which is my day off. Second, I literally just finished the service. Well, not all yet. I still need to do the fuel filter and cabin filter, but oil has been changed along with the filter, etc. And earlier when I started the car to put it on the ramps, I've noticed what she meant about the chain or noisy chain. I'm pretty sure I mentioned that at the start of the video. If I didn't, let me show you this, because I'm sure it's going to do the same again. So let me see. I'm going to put the phone somehow here, and I'm going to start the engine, and I want you to listen to it carefully. Where is the key to start with? Because I don't even know where the key is. So it's not in my pocket. Where did I put the key? Hold on. Let me find the key. Okay, found the key. Let me start this thing. Okay, don't know how good it came on camera, but the chain is definitely rattling. It was not too bad this time, to be fair with you, but the chain is definitely rattling. Yeah, so he's gonna need a chain. I already spoke with my colleague Helder. I don't know if she wants to do it there or not, but I spoke with him. He gave me a rough idea of how much this will cost, and I told her, and now it's no help to me. But yeah, the famous timing chain on these N47s. A few days later, just got back from dropping my little one at school and went straight to BMW to get the 2 sensors. Here they are. Part numbers in there if you guys are interested, but I already told you the part numbers, I think. If I didn't, here they are. And in the meantime, on that same day, I start to work on this thing. You might see a video for this, maybe not, I don't know yet. But I'm gonna put this back there and pull the BMW forward, and we're going to install these, and hopefully we have a fix. In the meantime, guys, there's a couple things I would like to just talk about, in case if you guys have been watching this video carefully and you might have a couple questions or a couple things that you might think, what if, and I would just like to cover those up. So first thing is, so when I was to look for that signal for the sensors that you've seen on the scope, I didn't know what kind of signal I was looking for. So I went to OEM, T's online, and I've checked functional descriptions and all that good stuff. Unfortunately, in there it doesn't show me what kind of signal I should see in there. So I don't know if that's a BSD signal, bit serial data, or if it's some other sort of proprietary signal from BMW. It looks like a BSD, but might not be. But in there it doesn't show me anything. It just tells me the voltage range for the sensor between 5 and 16 volts. It shows me some other data. It tells me is a 2-wire power supply to the sensor. Is a 2-wire power and data lines, which we already know. So the sensor is powered and communicates with the module through those 2 wires. If you do really want to know how that happens, there is online information. I'm not going to be explaining you here how that happens, but everything happens through those 2 wires. So, but one thing that you could maybe ask is, well, if it's 2 sensors failing at the same time, could it be that there's something common onto this on these 2 sensors? So while I was there checking the functional descriptions, etc., I've checked diagrams, and no, there isn't. Those 2 sensors, they go straight into the airbag module, there's no other connectors, no other nothing. They go straight there. If there is something common, it's going to be inside the module, but that is a completely different story. So there's nothing on the outside from the module to the sensors that is common to both. Another thing that you could think of is maybe you have wire damage somewhere that is affecting both sensors. I could agree with that. The thing is, one sensor goes that way, or one wire will go that way straight into the door, and the other wire, I'm going to guess, is going to come either through the center console and then to the B peeler, or it's going to come under the dash and then back to the B peeler on the side. So they should not even run together. So for both wires to be damaged is a little bit... The only other thing I could have done was I could have scoped both signals at the same time and see if they were a 100% match, because I'm guessing they would not be a 100% match. If they were exactly the same, maybe we could have something there. I'm not sure. But guys, I think that it would be start to go too much into details that are not really necessary. We've seen there is activity on those two wires. I could have measured the wires all the way back to the module as well, maybe. But the signal on the scope shows me that there is nothing wrong with those wires. Otherwise, I would never get that signal in there. Okay, so that's my theory here, and now yes, I'm going to move these cars, pull that forward, and carry on. Oh dear, I don't know how this happened. They sent me the wrong sensor for the door. I don't know. As you can see, yeah, completely different. So, oh dear me. Oh dear me. Damn it. Damn it. If I knew this before, oh, why do I accept this crap? Oh, damn it. Right. What a ton of events. So, BMW actually gave me the correct answer. So let me explain you this. So I then came to this side. I was literally ready to pack up everything and try and go to BMW, see what the heck is going on. When I thought, this car has been in an accident, and it looked like he did. So if you come here, just notice now, you can see this door on the inside is kind of black. And here, this is a different color basically. You can see the difference. Obviously the door has been painted, because on the outside you see no difference. So the door was painted. And this door is obviously from a model that has a different sensor. And just to prove my point, I obviously, as you have seen, I dismantled this side. And you can see in there, now the sensor is right here, and as you can see, if you put the sensor like this, that's the sensor that's there, and not this one. So someone replaced that door with a door from a different model, maybe an earlier model that had different type of sensors. And the bit that scares me now is one of the two. Either the codes on the module was actually some sort of crash codes, but maybe not be, because when we disconnect the sensor, our code changed to open circuit, does it? So if it was a crash code, somehow the code will stay the same all the time. The only thing now I'm hoping that is the problem is that this sensor is sending a completely different type of information than that sensor should be sending. And obviously the module, so whatever information the sensor is sending is not what the ECU wants, and the ECU wants to see this type of communication, whatever the sensor is communicating back. So I'm hoping if I change that plug and I connect that sensor, the car will be happy with it. I'm hoping. The only thing that doesn't make a lot of sense is this door is definitely original. This door has never been open. I could well see that's never been open. That one in the other end was signed that was open. I'm trying to see here for this bee peeler if there's any signs of these. I couldn't see any signs of this being open either when I was pulling everything apart. So maybe during the accident that door obviously triggered the airbag. Why this one did as well, I'm not 100% sure. Maybe it was the impact, I don't know. Or maybe this sensor was just failed as a just had to fail for some reason, and that one was actually just being the wrong one. Oh man, it's so confusing right now. And I couldn't have not guessed this. Wow. Let me see how we're gonna play this now. Oh guys, yes, you don't know how happy I am right now. So it looks like we have a way out of this problem. So the sensor is connected in there just like that, okay, with those two wires. And when I've scanned the car, as you can see, the only permanent codes I have is for the systems installed on the seat. From here down, as you can see, everything is intermittent and we don't have any more faults. So if I do this, hopefully the only faults that are gonna stay there is gonna be the faults for the seat itself. Oh, there we go. This is so good, guys. It's so good. So the way I've connected it is literally pin 1 on the plug to pin 1 on the sensor, pin 1, pin 2 on the plug, pin 2 to the sensor. Obviously that plug is completely different, so I'm gonna have to go through my boxes of looms and try to see if I can find a plug that installs in there, and then just make it to fit in there. It looks like, let me just show you, it looks like I'm gonna have to file the door in order to put this sensor. So that's how it's connected at the moment. I'm gonna have to open here, file these sort of in a square shape, because that's how the sensor installs. It's completely different. So I'm gonna have to modify this in order for the sensor to fit, but other than that it should work. The sensor goes with the plug facing down, same as the driver's door. So yeah, but I'm so happy that it's gonna work. My next only thing, if this didn't work, was maybe the pins in there, they were connected into a different place. If this door loom hasn't been moved from the original car, which looked like it hasn't, otherwise the plug in there would be completely different. So whoever did this literally just replaced the door, left the old loom or the original loom on the original door, and left this. So it could be that the connections in there could be in a different place, so I would have to obviously go through diagrams and try to figure that out. But looks like the only thing BMW did was changing the type of sensor, and the connections remained the same. Guys, I'm so happy, because at this point I just thought if this was a crash problem, a crash sensor problem, oh man. And when I've seen the different sensors, oh, I just thought, have I made the wrong call on 200 quid for 2 sensors? Man, wow. But this just to show, guys, when you do repair cars, make sure you do it right. Don't mess things like this. I've showed you so many videos in the past where people just mess things around. They don't really know what they are doing, and it's just terrible. Luckily we caught these on time, so I'm not going to waste more time. I'm just going to have to go through my box in there, try to find a plug that fits in there, and modify the door to put the sensor, and then just start to put everything back on, and hopefully we'll have a fix. Look at what we're doing, a little heart. From a round to a heart, from a heart to a square. So there it is. This one I had to increase the diameter a tiny bit, and let me show you. And look at that, perfect, absolutely perfect. So I'm not gonna put the sensor in place just yet, because unfortunately I did not have a plug for this, so I had to ring BMW and order a plug and pins, because I can't just move the pins to the next plug, because these pins, they were on the old sensor, they were those tiny square ones, and the new sensor they are like flat rectangular shape, so obviously it doesn't fit, so I had to order the plug, the pins, and this little rubber seal. So we're gonna have to cut these wires here and repin everything, put on the new plug, and then put this in place. So but I don't have that until this afternoon. BMW nearly guaranteed me they're gonna be there for 3 o'clock. So what I'm gonna do now, guys, is literally just reassemble the rest of the car, put everything back on, and wait for the pins to then complete this. So that's what I'm gonna do quickly, and then that's it. In the meantime, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a little bit of black paint, and I'm just gonna spray this so rust doesn't start to grow around here. We're gonna do that as well. I'm gonna respray this. It doesn't matter, it's inside the door, so at least we'll cover the naked metal. That's the main idea. And following day, BMW messed up my order yesterday, so in the meantime I finished the Fiat 500. Yeah, they messed up the order by ordering well, they ordered everything, but the housing never came yesterday, so I ended up having to wait until today to get all the bits. And as you can see, we have the housing, we have the two gourmet seals, whatever you want to call it, and we have the two pins. So all we're going to do now very quickly is just put everything in place. In the meantime, I painted that in black, but I'll show you when everything is fitted, and then hopefully wrap up this video, because it's been a little bit of a mess. There is the new plug already installed, and as I said yesterday, I would be painting this. Don't judge my painting skills, I'm not a painter. Right, so now we are going to install the sensor. Go. A little bit of a thingy that's supposed to come here. There we go. There it is, all back in place with the right sensor, and now it's going to give a scan and hopefully wrap up this video. So let's gonna turn ignition on. Typical BMWs, you need to delete the codes usually before the fault goes away. There we go. So the light came back on and we still have the fault, and usually until you clear the codes, that will not go away. It's gonna go body. There we go. And hopefully all my codes will be intermittent or passed, whatever, and we will be able to clear everything. I've cleared the codes already on the driver's seat yesterday when I put the driver's seat back in, or maybe I didn't. So let's go that way. Just double check that we do have a code here for that. There we go. Front left door, intermittent. It's going to come back. Erase these codes. Yes. Okay. It's gonna read the codes again. No fault codes detected. Oh, beautiful. So now if I cycle my ignition off. Now let's gonna start this thing. There we go. No more airbag faults, and problem fixed finally. After a little bit of back and forth, obviously the only thing left now is putting the door card and all that stuff, but there's no need for me to take you through that. The only thing is that whoever changed that door obviously messed up a little bit, and luckily we ended up finding the issue the way you guys have seen it. But if the owner, I don't even know if the owner was aware of this, but if the owner was aware that the car was in an accident and blah, if she would have told me that, that would have ring some red flags, and probably I would approach this slightly different. I would start to check all this stuff. But guys, the important thing is we got there in the end and we fixed the problem with the car, and the car is ready to go now. So with no further ado, guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video. Who knows, you might learn something. If you do still have any questions or any comments, you guys know very well how everything works. Just put them below, and like always, thanks for watching.